Hi everyone, I want to talk about the transformation of the automotive industry in this current environment, which is described by the pandemic. And what is very interesting for me is that the whole automotive industry was already in a transformation phase. And these old school automotive companies, which were mostly 100-year-old or more, are replaced by new entrants. So the transformation was already beginning with electrification and automated driving and digitalization trends, which are mostly software focused or based on new technologies, where the classical car players, which are more hardware focused, didn't have much experience. So what we see is that although the old school car makers didn't have much competition in the last 50 years because the capital was very high to enter the market. With this transformation, a lot of investors saw the opportunity to invest into companies who are generating or accelerating these and participating in these new trends. So many of these companies are venture-backed, like my company, and some of the companies are actually large established tech companies like Google or Waymo, who is not just having pieces in the automated driving market, but also in the entertainment inside the dashboard. And there is also a new trend which was already seen in the computer and mobile phone industry, that the production and the design and IP ownership have separated earlier. We now see some companies who do white label car production, like Magna Steyr, who builds cars for other customers. So the current pandemic is accelerating these trends, and those companies who have fixed costs and large production facilities are harder handling the crisis, because as soon as demand decreases thanks to the slower GDP growth, or simply the people are more risk averse, they instantly losing their profit margins or getting into losses instantly. But the new lighter weight or well-capitalized players can handle this, because most of their investments are in software, which is less capital intensive, and they can enter the market into those fields which are the fastest growing in this current transitional market. So if you think about the classical crises in the last 40 or 50 years, many companies, of course, felt that these new events, like the oil crisis in the 70s, or the dot-com boom and bust in the early 2000s, took away their markets, and they simply disappeared. But we should remember that exactly those times where some of the currently largest companies emerged as a small company and became market leaders. Just a few examples: both Microsoft and Apple were founded in the 70s. Amazon was a relatively new but small company in the dot-com bubble, and they survived. And these three companies are currently have the highest capital value in the world. And we don't know who will win this new COVID-related crisis in the automotive space, but I bet that the most important winners will be not necessarily will be represented from the classical automotive companies, but those ones who already have very much focus and experience with technology. Thank you very much.